Hello and welcome to IntoWine's Tasting Room. I'm your host, Lisa Kolenda. Today we're at Yield, San Francisco's first and only organic wine bar. The tasting theme for today is organic wines under $30. This is a 2006 Cline Zinfandel from Sonoma County, California. The price is $14 per bottle.
We were just talking about people who have huge wine cellars. We have a friend in New Orleans who lives in one of those classic townhouses in the French Quarter, and he bought the house next door and completely insulated it, and every room is part of his wine cellar, so the whole house is his wine cellar. Quite extraordinary science. Thanks to the connectors.
That's a fantastic tasting there.
Yeah. I think that's where we did the tasting. We had a 19th century,
1874, I think.
1874 Chateau Lafite, and which are, at that age the wines are brown, and I let a Coca-Cola go flat, and I put it in your place where the wine should have been, and it didn't take.
He was doing decanting around the corner, of course, tasting. And I must say, I looked at the colour, it looked absolutely correct. And I took a step, took a taste, something. I said, "Oh, you've done it again." Practical joke, but it was quite extraordinary.
Colour on this is very intense, oozing to the edge. When I say an intense wine, if the wine doesn't have a watery rim, that's what I consider to be an intense wine.
Well, I can contradict you. It's not as deep as I expected, but it's seriously deep, but it is not intense. For me, an intense wine has just a strip of purple with usually young wines, and you just feel it's pushing against the glass. This is actually, it's fine, it's got a little bit of gradation. It's rich. 06, very young. Actually, for a young wine, 06, I'd expect it to be more purple, more vibrant. Oh, legs. I would say I'm not a leg man myself, but they look rich. Lovely sort of Romanesque arches dripping down, and it's an indication of richness.
It's an 06, wow.
What do you think?
It's very drinkable, that's for sure.
Now, Cline is known to farm way beyond the industry standards for organic farming. What does that mean?
Well, they're one of these wineries that they've just always been farming organically. They don't have any certification. They're a family-owned winery. They all live on the property, so it's more of like kind of a love for their land. And they have a lot of events there. They have bird watching. It's kind of more of a farm in a sense. And it's not something that I'm not sure if they advertise as organic. I don't think it's anywhere on the label, but it kind of gives it more like a down-home feel if you ever go to their tasting room. And that's also part of the reason that wines are, I think, so inexpensive.
And I think the price of wine is good, and what I don't like about it is that it's way too sweet for me. But I think at this price point, people who are buying Zinfandels in this price point are probably attracted to that sweetness. That it's not a sweet wine, but it's got a residual sugar that is appealing. But to me, it's just too sweet.
On the other hand, it's held a very decent, dry, oaky finish, tannic finish, which makes the wine refreshing.
And I do appreciate that it's only 14% alcohol. I like that about the wine as well.
14% and 14th of
40%.
Well, neat. Now,
Yeah.
I think it's an attractive wine.
This is a style of wine that I would say is the riper style of Zin. If someone is looking for a smoother, going towards sweeter, kind of chocolatey, rounder Zin, then this would work perfectly for that.
It gives a touch of raspberry on the nose. I don't know how you would describe Zin. I never recognize it. I mean, Cabernet, you expect something like, well, the difference of fruit, crisp fruit.
Also difficult to match it with food with this much sweetness. Quite probably perfectly good for drinking in a bar late at night,
Yeah.
drinking red wine instead of.
But it has enough tannic content to cope with food. And don't forget that most red wines, virtually all red wines, were food wines. Because it does the job. You take a mouthful, or whatever it is, you take a sip of the wine, and the tannin, which you notice when we're tasting by itself, cleans the mouth, and you have another sip.
Aids digestion.
Very, very good for you, yes, in every way. It's good for your arteries, red wine, Bordeaux particularly, if I might say so. And keeps you fit, and goes with the digestion, as my father would say.
And it's organic, so
And
it's great for the
organic,
environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
And this has been the 2006 Cline Zinfandel from the Sonoma County of California. $14 per bottle? Sounds great to me. I'll drink to that. IntoWine.com. Thanks.